skies and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
You have a moment to speak further. adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last, we have come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tural.
welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Or say hello for the first time for this part. Okay, it looks like the sound for the audio is good. For those who haven't seen me before, I am a bit paranoia. I have a bit of paranoia with OBS and recording in general, because when I played through this game before OBS, this basically has become a cursed playthrough for me. At least the first time when I played through this with Edgar. But anyway, welcome to Dawntrail. I am playing this in early access. Yep. I guess I could talk a bit while we wait for this. This is an early access, and this is also going to be the first time I'm actually going to be editing a series. The edit should be very noticeable. It'll be in the left-hand corner, and it will be a kitty. To be precise, it will be Brutus, our only male cat. But yeah. So, I'll see you all in a bit when we're actually in the game. Huh. No, you stop that. I indeed laid back and watched some RT games. Well, I was waiting for this to load. Well, not load, for the thing to go. Still said I had 127 players in front of me. So... Also, if there's any audio problems, I haven't changed the audio in this since I recorded with Edgar. And back then, I had different settings and different headphones. Also, I feel like the 3 continents should be changed. Now loading. Ah! Ether gauge and ether... Oh, I already know about that. I've been using that for years. Okay, what did I lose? Nothing that I use. Is Carbuncle okay? Well, not okay. Carbuncle is Carbuncle. Do not worry, this is the last time. You guys will probably see me in a while. Yes, give me 7. And those commenting on my outfit, I have no explanation. Other than loot drops, basically. Anyway, that's done here on my island. I already got everything set up for the next 2 weeks, so I don't need to come back here. Hey, wait a minute. Hold up. Nocia. No! I'm just checking something real quick. I very much doubt it. I don't know where the new classes are. So I'm just checking these real quick. I doubt it'll show it on the map, but better safe than sorry. Yeah, it's not showing up on the map. Anyway, where was I? Northern Empty. If all things gone to plan, you will see a Brutus, Cutis, Maximus in the lower left corner where chat normally would be. Like I said, if everything goes to plan, because this episode won't be released until probably July 2nd when the actual thing gets released. Because, you know, I don't like to do this. Oh, she's in the Baldessian Annex. To those shows and new clothes. And where the fuck is everybody? The world is empty. Oh, there's where everybody is. Welcome back, Zedman. I just had a word from Arville. I forgot to start the timer. It says he's managed to secure Patrick's tutorial aboard a guild ship vessel. Why don't you wait in the main hall while I go and inform your travel companions? It should only take a moment. Oh. Oh, I guess we won't actually get the mountain stuff until actual release date. Okay. Give us new loading screen map, please. Ochika gave us the good news. We've made ready to set sail at the moment's notice. The only one yet to arrive is Arnville himself. You're all here. It took some persuasion, but the Gleaner's trade ship has granted us place aboard vessel aboard tutorial. There'll be other passengers, researchers, and artisans and the like, so we'll need a spare deck space. Share deck space, not spare. I will spare this deck space from my arcane fire. That's fine, Everall. I doubt anyone expected we'd have a ship all to ourselves. There's not casting off just yet. So if you have any lingering concerns, now is the best time to voice them. I wouldn't call it a concern, but everyone's still clear on what it will be doing in Turiel, yes? Clothes shopping. For pants! Oh yeah, and helping you with your ascension or whatever. Making you the Empress. We've not forgotten. The nation of Turiol is in the midst of deciding its next ruler. As your chosen allies, we shall assist you during the rite of succession and support your bid to become Dawn servants. In addition to that, Alpha Known, I have another objective. As part of its reconstruction, Golemode seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Turiel, we hope to learn more about how its myriad cultures interact with one another, how they find common ground, develop stronger ties, the sort of insight that might help our friends in Ilsbad. we'll pursue this goal in our own time. You can be assured that we'll give the contest all due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to do as you like. You want to find out about your grandfather, right, Crow? Yes, as far as we can determine from the old missive, I found he had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father, the Dawn Servant. Yet, oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation in our archives, and nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. Thus, for reasons both official and personal, I shall very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. I'm sure there'll be a chance to speak with Papa. You can get your answers right from the source. I look forward to meeting him. In any case, you're not the only one with an interest in the City of Gold. The Golden City is a children's bedtime story. I am no part of the I am part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commended that I serve as guide. Still playing the part of a stoic servant, I see. What of you? Don't you dare tell me you've changed your mind. Hoist sail and let the winds take us as you please. We won't make you Dawn Servant by standing here and talking about it. I go wherever adventure is to be found. And that's what they tell me. And then if all's still committed to the journey, then I say we make ready to depart. Also, I've learned that I can make the window smaller on the left. I've learned that I can. Don't know how still, though. Like the other already? The other is already left for harbor. We're not in danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well. Oh.
Savoring the moment? I can feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
Hold that moment! Wish I could continue in the moment now.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Do not be so quick to relax. Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels.
Don't tempt us with a good time.
Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Bufiswin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
Like I said, don't tempt us.
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
It's nothing new to us.
All aboard! We're casting off!
It's time. I trust you have everything you need? And so does our ship cast off from the docks. We sail west, as Cattenram did some 80 years past, bound for the New World, known to our children as the continent of Toral.
You just have Edgar back there just flipping them all off. I hate old Charlie and you fucks. I'll have to
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me, Wokla Mat.
I left this country once before for better shores, and I'm doing it again! Telling me to bludgeon people with a book is not acceptable.
Smooth sailing so far?
Aye, so far so good.
I was not expecting that voice.
But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Toral was far, but it's another thing to really know. Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the right of succession. Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own. Look out across these same waters, Grandfather.
And then suddenly we get attacked by Leviathan. Oh, we have running short of fire crystals. Don't worry, I got a lot of them. In fact, I got better with ice crystals. I have a lot of water crystals for some reason. I could drown us all. Let me just empty my pack. Maybe spoken to the shipmates, Thrill's still a good distance away, and it might be a pleasant way to pass the time. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Am I the one who occasionally hears like a car, like a car alarm being turned off or on? I feel my edge starting to dull on these long sea voyages. How about some light sparring? I heard Aaronville was looking for a passage to Dawntrail, so I imagined to squeeze his party on our charter vessel. As fortune would have it, we had just scheduled an expedition to Dawntrail. Oh, another thing. Brain stopped. Can't remember. Talk to Alphino. I'm told this vessel has been equipped with a barrier generated to protect it from storms. A reassuring thought, though I know thus pray there will be no need for it. Alphino, if it relies on those crystals that I saw earlier, we're fucked. Alright. They've changed this. It looks different now. Oh! This gets an upgrade now. Neat. Deal unexpected damage with percentage of 420. Yeah, and Lux Solus. Look at Lux. Solar Bahamut. Umbral Impulse, Umbral Flare. Sun Flare, Exodus, Lux Wave. Oh, they get enhanced with cast. Allows the summoning of Solar Bahamut in addition to Demi Phoenix and Demi Bahamut. Wait, are we just so... Whoever car that is on the ship, please stop turning your car alarm off and on before I drown you and the car. My meager brain at fourth of a brain cell cannot take it. Do you want to make a wager? We are taking bets who will be sat next to the Dawn Servant's shiny chair. There are 4 Glummets in the right of succession. Your young Lamont brings one of them, of course, being one of them. But from what a Mamol job Loke was telling us, there's only 3. The other 3 are all strong contenders. Not too many keen to risk their coin on the third promise. Right now, I remember what I was saying. I will forget these guys. If I give somebody a voice, they will just have random voices at times, just so because I am very easily distracted and forgetful. An adventurer, I presume. I'm a merchant myself, based in Ul'dah, specifically specialty imports and exports. The Orzian and Dawntrail lead both. If this is your first crossing the salt, as they say, do remember that the social mores of Eorzea are not necessarily the same as those over yonder. Consider this, it is not uncommon for the various species to be referred to instead by the name of certain clans. For the Motoke, the Hitorso, the Rograth, the Hrothgar, the Zabaral, not because every member of a clan is of the same race mind, but because many individuals said race are associated with that clan. Fair assumption in certain cases, but take care not to give offense. So, what about the Aru? Are there any there? I doubt it, but might as well take it. Throw a dart in the darkness. Huh. Oh, this will be my first time tutorial. Fongenting's the name. I was working at Eston's Aesthetics in Ulda. You see, but my employment with them came to an end. That's why I visit Charlie in hope of starting over. While I was attempting and failing to find a new job, I seized the chance to board this vessel when I overheard for room for another passenger and had suddenly opened up. I'm told the Dawn servant welcomes all, regardless of origin, and so tutorial seems like the perfect place to begin anew. Hopefully things will be better this time. I don't ever remember seeing you in Ulda, especially all this after all the quests I did there. Retired mercenary and early adventurer. My story, well, since you ask, I wanted to retrace the history journey of the great Ketaram, you know, the first Eorzine to set foot on Dawntrail almost 80 years ago. The Malja's leader is said to have welcomed Ketaram with open arms and sent him home with a bounty as silverware as tokens of their friendship. But the real treasure was the crops he brought back: potatoes, tomatoes, and corn, which spread across the Eorzine like wildfire. His grand adventure led to a culinary revolution. The tales say Ketaram returned to Dawntrail several times after that, but his ship vanished during his last reported voyage, and he was never heard from again. That even a seasoned explorer like him can meet such an and is testimony to the ocean's peril. Go below deck. Where is that car? I'm gonna drive it into the ocean. I see you in the Eorzine before, you great and famous hero. Yeah, I had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain deception, but with more of you Eorzians coming to Dawntrail, it becomes impractical. Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our war band have fallen, and so we head home to lick our wounds. I wonder why. If you mess with the guys with the knives, you mess with me. I guess that goes for two groups, technically. Did you learn anything of interest? Possibly somebody associated with townberries. Well, I haven't heard that about the clan names. We should have Woklament, and Everville teach us the ones what we should know. Actually, it's getting a little chilly up here on deck. Let's all gather in the cabin. I think we've arrived. We're just having a bit of a problem with loading. There we go. Reminder, this is an early access. So the game may be different on release. On the release date, at least with loading.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
How's your stomach? Any better?
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick. I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Erenville, you were born in Toral, yes? Do many Vieira live there?
The Shatona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name. As for my mother...
Where did my chair go?
Oh dear.
Come, we should lend what aid we can.
Time to summon Leviathan! Sapphire Leviathan, heed my call!
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since.
I've been in worse.
The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself. Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning. What an extraordinary life he must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease.
Get her back on.
Oklahoma, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress.
Why was nobody using rope?
By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural.
Hopefully we don't get into
In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
This is the third time Edgar's been in this position. I mean, not Edgar. I've been in this position. Edgar's only been in this position once. Oh, we slept the entire time. Ah, the blue-footed booby.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air?
No.
Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground. Can't be much farther now, can it?
Don't worry, there's always time for this ship to sink. Most ships that I'm on usually sink.
Seabirds. Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts. Come.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Then I better not let you down. Easy, stomach. Easy.
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
I'm more concerned that it's clear sea.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
Give me my harpoon.
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
Maybe this place will have a cure for Binkle's pacifism. We will cure Carbinkle's way of not being able to fight. The city of jazz. Ooh, gobbly folk.
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihyolal are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out, or...
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
Speaking of forms, here they come!
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next Dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tulihyolal?
Exactly that!
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part? Anyway, first things first. I bid you welcome to Tulihyolal.
Okay. Looks like I'm gonna have to wait for a bit. That is not the right button. You think after playing for years with a controller, I would know the right buttons? Yep. Just wait. Just keep on holding. Hold. Hold. And what kind of trouble those soldiers are expecting? Oh, there we go. Oh, despite the storm's efforts to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. Have arrived in Dawntrail, you can return to the city at any time. Speaking with the swarthy Sayla and scholars Haba and Old Charlian. Oh, I'm here. Time to explore. I think we'll be there eventually. Oh, no sound. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we'll get to the story eventually. But I know that I need to get all of these things. Maybe they'll explain the ether rights of here. Oh boy. This is gonna be entertaining. The reason I'm not running is because, as you've already seen, since it is early access, a lot of people, things are definitely, struggling a bit. I'm probably going to do an episode where it's just going to be me finding the 2 new classes and getting them. But that's not today. I can hear people, can't see people. That wasn't what I was expecting to find here. I wasn't expecting to see a sprout here, to be honest. I am enjoying the delay on the Aetherites, the Ethernet shards. I wonder if the server will explode. Alpaca Keep. Welcome. If it's an alpaca you need, then look no further. Before we get you saddled, I need to add your name to registry. It'll make things smoother the next time you need a ride. We can hire the almighty alpaca. Together we shall ream the star. Oh, interesting. When we're this far away from everybody else, it works as intended. Eh. Better not get some Moogles. Better not bring Moogles to that. Go and get some Hyper Moogles. Because the mellow does make the Moogles wake up and be more active. It's how they make. I guess that's how they're making their mail gets here on time. The male Moogle will never be tired here. He's constantly high. Looks like this is the last one. Have attuned all the Aetherites. Good for you! Now get back to the main story! It's best that I do this now, or I will have this nagging in the back of my head the entire time we're here, constantly wanting to go and pick up all of them. Spare me, for I have the letter 2. Not the number, the letter. Now, where was I going again? Right, we got... Is it Kryle that we need to talk to? Oh dear. This was not planned. It appears... Oh, there she is. New weapon! New weapon cover at 645. I'll see who I have that doesn't have... that have weapons. Alright then, first things first. Vomit! Still a bit queasy. No more boats for a while. I realize we just arrived, but we should go. We should get you familiar at the city before the rite of succession begins. No arguments here. I should very much like to explore. I already have. Then I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? You're wondering who these strange folk were, so the third promise has found herself some new followers then. Followers? Well, Clement, are you unwell? No, not at all. Couldn't be better. The third promise does not get seasick, no sir. As for my hand-picked entourage here, I've recruited them to help me win the warrior succession. I was about to show them around the city, in fact. That sounds lovely! But a group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they're in the company of the third promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. Your siblings have a tenacity to command a respectful distance, but you're just so easy to approach. And I enjoy it so much when you do. Please, don't ever worry that you're a bother to me. You're very kind. Good day to you, third promise. I hear the person with the car is also here. They do have a point. Look, it's technically royalty here. Like it or not, the person of our station, surrounded by this many outsiders, is bound to draw a crowd. Wait, what do you mean, technically? I suggest we move to two groups as to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me then. Zenmi? It's Zenmi? No, it's Zenmin, not Zenmi. You and Kryle come with me. I'll take the twins then. We'll get in touch once we had a good look around. That voyage was hard on all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. Have time enough for that. Enjoy your wanderings. I'm afraid to leave here. I'm afraid the server will die. Perhaps we should wait a bit, at least until Clement's nausea subsides. I could always just carry her. In fact, Raul, you could probably carry her. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. I'm fine now, really can't stand around all day feeling sorry for myself. What with the constant looming and all. Now then, seeing as we're already here, I might as well tell you about the harbor. Erinville already mentioned the reefs in our coastal waters, which explains why you don't see any big ships moored at the docks. Our vessels with shallow drafts can navigate the bay. Mostly small fishing boats and barges ferrying cargo up and down the rivers from inland settlements. Much of the incoming traffic is from Dawntrail, the southern landmass, the clans that produces very goods for export. Their wares are unloaded here and carted off to the merchants' stalls in the neighboring markets. Speaking of which, Bayside Bevy should be our next stop. They are now accompanying you. And you go to different areas and talk to them. This is what one of them looks like. Dad, somebody peed in one of the chairs. I put a box over it. One's downstairs with the covers over them. We only found out because somebody tried to bury it with the cover itself. It's the one that has the magazines next to it. Sorry about that, I just had to tell my dad quickly that somebody, one of the cats peed in his chair. Talk to Cryle. Wandering around the city is so exciting. Unfamiliar wanderers everywhere we look. I am not... No jump puzzle, please. This is Bayside Bevy, Toriel's largest marketplace. Being right on the harbor, everything from fresh food to imported wares go directly to the shelves. Anything you want, they most likely here have. Alright, I should mention that here in Toriel we buy things with Pel, the currency that the Pelu Pelu created. But don't worry, more and more trade is coming from Eorzea, so most shops are happy to accept your gift. They're also Wakachukopoki. Wachumi Kuimihapkoi. Another market to the east of here, but that can wait for another time. I have some other places I want to show you first. Next, we'll head back a bit, and then northward, up the stairs to a certain plaza. I can't wait to see the looks on your face. Okay. Yeah, they are in the game. Viper and Pictomancer. Okay. Okay, so weapon coffers, not for you. Where is it? Armor chest. Yeah, so I'll probably give it to Dark Knight then. What do you think of that, eh? Goodness me, you have an Aetheryte and Toriel? I think I told you before, my brother Guano spent 3 years studying in Shardian. He fell in love with the nation and its ways and brought back to us the knowledge of Aetheryte construction. Papa warmed to the idea at once and had one built immediately. Did you do the twinning thing? If you're ready to continue, we'll head down again and then up the slope to the side. Right at the top is the gate which leads to Azaka Tora. Let's make a stop at Bright Bloom's post on the way, though that's the headquarters for Landsguard. Was the outpost to Sea God? This music makes me feel like I'm in the Sonic Casino level. Am I going to be shoved into a pinball machine? I would say it makes me feel like I'm in New Vegas again, but New Vegas' music sounds a lot different, to be honest. I have a lot of narrow, winding streets that crawl up the side of the mountain. As you can see, though, the builders made sure the city's Mullen's thoroughfare are wide enough to accommodate wagons. Now, Cryle. Trudging up and down of these slopes and stairs is exhausting. I understand Now where Takalamet gets her endless endurance. Don't worry, I can make Carbuncle bigger. If all comes worst to worst, we'll have Carbuncle. You can ride Carbuncle up the stairs. Because Binkle is always ready. Oh. I don't know why, but somebody running past me reminded me that they have like a, when I logged in today, they had an advertisement for some dolls of Alphino and Alize. They're not figurines, they look like dolls. And I do not like how they look. And again, I don't like how dolls look in general. Here you are, Bright Plume Post. The soldier stations here are responsible for defending Toyol and preserving the peace. The Lands Guard are led by our nation's strongest warrior. It's so naturally Papa has commanded them since the beginning. At least until 3 years ago, when Zoral Ja took over as commander. The title is no empty honor. It means the first promise is considered equal to the divine servant and martial strength. Well, I haven't even managed to. Hi, Pandora. Well, I'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alphino and Alize should be around here to hear it too. Come on, it's time I showed you to the Sky Gate, straight at the northern end of Talon March. So yeah, since I'm doing this in early access, I have a few days to figure out how to edit. Nice to visit it. And on the other side is an equal massive bridge to match. But both were constructed by a race of giants, the Yokai. Strictly speaking, Toriel is actually two separate continents. Yoktoral, the southern lands of the mother, and Zaktoral, the Netherlands of the father, which lie beyond the bridge. Legends say it used to be one giant landmass, but long, long ago the two gods fought a titanic battle which one threw the other to the ground. The impact was so devastating as to split the continent in twain. A familiar sounding tale, I am put to mind of the conflict between Hydaelyn and Zodiark. But getting back to Zaktorel, those lands are also part of Toriel nation, correct? That's right, it isn't my father incredible? He united the people of two continents into a single nation. The many clans of Toriel have been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the lands and put a stop to their myriad conflicts that we finally had peace. And that's the main reason I went to win the throne, so I could preserve the peace he built. But I see you're more interested in what's behind the gate than hearing about my aspirations. The southern bridge to Toriel requires a special travel permit. Unfortunately, they won't issue any permits until the right of succession is over. I promise to get you one when I'm Dawn servant. But until then, you'll just have to wait. I'll hold you to that. Then I'll make sure you win, mark my words. I wish we could go through right now. I've never broken my word. Once the throne is mine, the travel of Britain is yours. Time to plan for assassinations. So I could get... I guess I could also get me a new gun. Ow. Must have covered half the city by now. Whereas unlike any other place I visited, I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Actually, that person made a good point. I don't think there's an end. Welcome is ready to commence the second half of your tour. Head west next, towards the Arch of the Dawn. The dirigible landing is on the way. You have dirigibles too, but certainly doesn't want for methods of travel. We get by. Now, if you've seen enough of this area, let me know, and we'll continue. Arch of the Dawn is on the other side of the city, so speak up if you see anything of interest. Walk by. Time to open the map. Interest things. Yeah, after this quest, or until we get to a certain point, I will call it an episode. Because now honestly, I am an idiot and I want to test the boundaries. I want to see if the server will crash. It probably won't. There's probably plenty of people who are thinking of doing the same dumb thing that I am. It's just gonna be a long loading screen. For me, most likely. Because I do want to go and see if I could find the other classes. The Pictomancer and the Twin Blade. Or the Viper. Which, when I find them, that'll be the next episode. No, Cryo. I'm struggling to see how one could construct an entire city on the side of the mountain. It was originally the site of a Yakhao temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Dawntrail to appease the gods who slumber in the great ocean church. After the Yakhao withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries. So when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace sitting practically in the center of Dawntrail. He gathered artisans to do the work, and houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. Speaking of houses, we'll be passing through the Resplendent Quarter, the biggest residential district in Dawntrail. We climb these set of stairs here all the way up. I am planning on doing to do the class stuff. I already have all of my crafters and stuff up to snuff, so I just have to get to the part where we have them unlocked, and then once I get them all the way leveled up, I'll do them. The sheer cliff, the sheer scale of this place is incredible. I wonder what that carving at the top represents. Two-headed eagle. The Imperium of Man. Papa's Palace is called Valakshroon, which literally translates to invincible resilience. You probably want to take a closer look, but we'll be coming back here later. Let's move on for now. Oh, wrong one. This one. So this is Resplendent Quarter. What manner of people live here? Oh, we have residents from the Yogg-Toroil clans, Mamarolja, Zerbral, Pelopelo, Moblin, and Hanu. So the goblins are Moblins here. We also have Tunawato, Hesora, the Shantona, who moved south from their ancestral lands, and Zazak-Toroil. This instance, a gathering of people from every corner of Torah. A true representation of Toroil's device character. The admirants on each building contributing to the eccentric culture aesthetic. It's all so beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Come, we can continue down the stairs. That big drum there is called the Dawn Herald. They play it for formal occasions, like when honoring the Lands Guard returned from a dangerous duty. I tried hitting it with my axe once and ripped the skin. Earned me a proper scolding, let me tell you. I think that was the time Papa held me upside down by the ankle. What drum? Oh, I guess that's a drum. I've never seen such an enormous drum. What would one even use to beat such an instrument? And here are our dirigibles. Not bad, eh? I hear other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you'll only find balloons in Toriel. We have them for the exact same reason as the Aetherites. Corano brought back the plans from Charlene, and Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned their construction. This was about around 3 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to other settlements, trade with foreign communities, and trade with frontier communities has never been easier. But that's enough about dirigibles. The Ark of the Dawn awaits. Yeah, I've been holding that in for 10 minutes. Behold, circles! Is it the Ark of the Dawn? The Arch of the Dawn. When the Giants were still here, it was known as the Yogg-Toroil Land Gate. But when Papa founded Toriel, everyone began using its present name in honor of his great achievement. Though this gate is Kusumauka, the wetlands south of the city, depending on the what the right of succession asks of us, we might end up going in that direction. Kusumakua, the name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed earlier? They are the mighty alpaca. Do not get them confused with the mighty llama, who will spit you in the eye. Oh, those are alpacas. Fearsome four-legged fiends. Wonder what I just remembered? Kyle, there was a book on them in Charlian. We read that before. We read about them before we came here. Fearsome, they seem quite placid to me. You'll learn soon enough, crowd. You'll learn soon enough. Forget the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. Yeah, what's upset Pandora when I sneezed? She's currently just talking in the window. Oh, there she is. If you wish to learn the history of Terra, then look no further. The stone pillars, you mean? Great. I can't read that. We shall learn about the history in the next episode. See you all then.